Did you see the Dow the minute the president's economic chief said that new round of tariffs on China might be coming, as I said, quote, soon? Let me show you. Look at the intraday pictures here. So around 12:30 Eastern, Larry Kudlow prepped the market for the next salvo in the form of $200 billion in duties on pretty much hundreds of Chinese products entering the U.S. But if the past month has been any indication when these kinds of headlines hit, our indices will recover, if not today, because right now they just are kind of taking another leg down, but maybe tomorrow. Across the Pacific, though, different story. Shanghai's composite index still sporting bruises in the shape of a bear, as in bear market. Overnight, Chinese stocks closed at their lowest level since 2014. So we ask this question, will this pain push them to the trade talk table? In a Fox Business exclusive, Derek Scissors is the economist for the China Beige Book. He is also the AEI resident scholar and China Global Investment Tracker author. Welcome at the moment. I just want to let you know, Derek, that we are getting news that the president is in this meeting, and Bloomberg is reporting that the president will report that the latest China tariffs will kick in after the market close today. Your reaction? Let's mark the Dow at down 64 right now, see if that moves anything. We'll put it up on the screen at the moment. Give me your reaction, Mr. Scissors.
Well, I'm going to go against what I think the conventional wisdom is and say that the 10% tariffs themselves don't really mean very much. If you look at China's currency, it was almost 10% stronger against the dollar 5 months ago. For a lot of products that the tariffs will apply to, it's just taking prices back to where they were in April. I think where the tariffs matter is if this means there's no further negotiation between the U.S. and China for the next few months. So the consumer part, I don't think matters. The negotiation part is what matters.
Okay, but I have to say, either China's ready to show some serious bravado or it's whistling past the graveyard. 1 minute, we've got this breaking news that the president says in, well, let's call it 54 minutes after the market closes, we'll see another $200 billion. Well, a Chinese tabloid is saying that China will not be content to simply play defense in this war. But the Shanghai market's now in a bear market. Will that be enough eventually to make them come to the table and offer something that the U.S. desires?
Well, I think the Chinese want to offer us something. They just don't want to offer us what we actually want, which is a change in the way they do business. The stock market does not matter as much in China as it does here. Obviously, you know, it's a sentiment indicator. Not as many businesses involved in the stock market, not as many people involved in the stock market. I think if you want pressure on China, you're going to have to see their growth slow or their surplus with the trade surplus with the U.S. shrink.
Which it's not doing at the moment. In fact, it's doing the opposite. Let's listen to something else that Larry Kudlow, who is the chief economic advisor to the president, said today at the New York Economic Council.
It has, in fact, been China, but not the only culprit. And I will say right here on China, we are ready to negotiate and talk with China anytime that they are ready for serious and substantive negotiations.
And now this is, we got a lot of breaking news right now. This is just hitting the tape. President Trump is saying China, quote, wants to make a deal. He says that announcement is still coming, though, after the market closes. Can you maybe give us some insight into this strategy? On the one hand, it's almost like he's twinning $200 billion in tariffs with let's make a deal, let's talk. Does that work?
I think that's the president's normal approach to things. I want to bring you to the table. I want to be at the table with you, but I also want to put you under pressure. If you look at Mexico, the president threatened them with auto tariffs. They came to the table on NAFTA. Now the president seems he's very happy with what Mexico promised on NAFTA. So I think he's looking to do that again. It's a pattern we've seen before. I think he means both things. I do want to talk to you if you want to make a deal, but until then, you're getting tariffs.
Okay, but I just do want to point out now we're looking at session lows. The NASDAQ is now down 92. Earlier, when we first started, the NASDAQ session low was a loss of about 90. Well, yeah, we're right there again, 92. But we're heading back down for all the major indices. I just want to finish up with this. Other trade wars, everything from NAFTA, Canada and Mexico, to Europe. We still don't know. These are all three major allies here. Europe, we don't have a deal yet specifically, but we also still are waiting for some clarity on that. It almost seems like some countries are moving on their own pace. Romania, there is a company called Startup USA run by the former business minister of Romania, Ilan Laufer, And in essence, what he's done is he's gotten $500 million from Romanian banks to almost bypass anything with the arguments of the two nations. They're going to be helping Romanian companies set up shop in the U.S. I can't imagine the president wouldn't like something like that. And it just looks like some of these European Union countries are saying, we're not getting involved in this. We're going to do our own thing.
Yeah, that's why the president believes that pressure should go with the negotiation. You are going to get countries deciding, hey, if the Americans want us to invest there and produce there, as long as we can sell to the American market, we're good with that. You don't just let the toughest partner hold you up. You move on forward with everyone. I think if the president's willing to negotiate with everyone and maybe focus on the worst offenders like China, that's going to be a successful strategy.
Gotcha.
But at some point, you do need to be willing to negotiate, as he has been willing on NAFTA.
All right. Well, we'll be watching all of this, and we shall see. Right now, the Dow Jones Industrials, yes, at session lows, down about 72 points. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge percentage loss, but we are certainly watching this. Derek, thank you very much.